For generations, a bag or can of dog food has symbolized trust, a promise that our beloved pets will be nourished and kept healthy. But in recent years, cracks have appeared in the facade of this industry. As more pet owners demand answers about what truly goes into commercial pet foods, a growing chorus of veterinarians and consumer advocates have started to shine a light on some troubling realities. Among them is Dr. Tom Lonsdale, a veterinarian whose eye-opening work has peeled back the glossy packaging to reveal a world that is far more complex and sometimes far less safe than most dog lovers realize. Recent investigations have brought a new level of urgency to these concerns. In 2025, Consumer Reports conducted a sweeping study of more than 50 dog food brands, including household names such as Blue Buffalo, Hill's Science Diet, and Purina. The results sent ripples through the pet community. While most brands met the basic nutritional standards required by regulators, the study uncovered alarming lapses in both quality and safety. One of the most concerning discoveries came from raw frozen dog foods, a trend that has gained traction among owners seeking a more natural diet for their pets. Consumer Reports found that Raw Bistro's free-range chicken entree and Viva for Dogs ground beef meal, both marketed as premium raw options, tested positive for Listeria monocytogenes, a dangerous bacteria that can threaten not only pets, but also the humans who handle their food. These findings highlight a critical dilemma. While some veterinarians, including Dr. Lonsdale, advocate for diets that more closely mimic the natural eating habits of dogs, raw food products are not without risks. Contamination can lead to severe illness and even death, underscoring the need for careful handling and transparency from manufacturers. But the problems are not limited to niche products. Even mass-market brands have come under scrutiny. The Consumer Reports investigation revealed that Pedigree's Complete Nutrition Adult Roasted Chicken, rice, and vegetable formula contained nearly 5 times the recommended maximum level of vitamin D. While vitamin D is essential for canine health, excessive amounts can be toxic, leading to serious health complications such as kidney failure. This finding is not just a one-off. It is symptomatic of broader lapses in quality control that can have devastating consequences for the pets who rely on these foods. The scale of the issue becomes clear when looking at the reports submitted to regulatory agencies. In just the first half of 2024, the FDA received 1,705 reports of pets becoming ill after consuming Purina products, including 206 deaths. Mars Pet Care, another industry giant, was linked to 119 reports of sickness and 6 deaths. These numbers are startling, and they point to a pressing need for reform within the industry. Dr. Lonsdale's recent book, Multi-Billion-Dollar Pet Food Fraud Hiding in Plain Sight, delves deep into the mechanisms that allow such problems to persist. He argues that the commercial pet food industry, in close partnership with some veterinary institutions, has prioritized profit over the health of animals. According to Lonsdale, heavily processed kibble and canned foods often contain cheap fillers, artificial additives, and questionable byproducts, all masked by slick marketing and reassuring endorsements. The result is an industry that, in his words, is hiding in plain sight, presenting itself as a guardian of pet health, while sometimes undermining it instead. At the heart of the controversy is the question of what constitutes a truly healthy diet for dogs. Commercial foods are formulated to meet minimum nutritional standards. But as Dr. Lonsdale and other critics point out, meeting the bare minimum is not the same as optimizing health. Many commercial diets rely heavily on grains, rendered meats, and synthetic additives, which can lead to chronic health issues over time. Conditions such as obesity, dental disease, allergies, and even cancer have all been linked to long-term consumption of highly processed pet foods. Lonsdale and others advocate for a return to diets that more closely resemble what dogs' ancestors would have eaten: whole foods, raw meaty bones, and minimal processing. They argue that such diets promote dental health, maintain a leaner body weight, and encourage healthier skin and coats. However, as the recent contamination findings make clear, not all raw diets are created equal, and without rigorous standards, they can introduce new dangers into a dog's life. This tension between raw advocates and proponents of commercial pet foods has sparked intense debate within the veterinary community. On one hand, raw diets can offer benefits, especially when properly sourced and balanced. On the other, The risk of bacterial contamination, nutritional imbalances, and lack of regulation makes some veterinarians cautious. What all sides agree on, however, is the need for greater transparency and stricter oversight of the ingredients and manufacturing practices used in pet foods. The recent wave of illnesses and fatalities linked to popular brands has prompted calls for reform. Consumer advocates are pushing for clearer labeling, more rigorous testing, and mandatory reporting of adverse events. The goal is not just to avoid catastrophic failures, but to create a system in which pet owners can make informed choices based on accurate information. For pet owners, these revelations can be unsettling. The convenience and affordability of commercial foods have made them a staple in households around the world. Yet as the evidence mounts, it is clear that trust must be earned, not assumed. Owners are encouraged to read labels carefully, seek out independent reviews, and consult with veterinarians who are knowledgeable about nutrition and open to discussing a range of dietary options. As the conversation evolves, one thing is certain: the health and well-being of our pets depend on the choices we make. Whether you choose a commercial diet, a carefully balanced homemade meal, or a raw food regimen, staying informed and vigilant is essential. The dark secrets exposed by veterinarians like Dr. Lonsdale serve as a powerful reminder that beneath the colorful packaging and catchy slogans, the question of what we feed our dogs is far more complex and far more important than it may first appear.